Welcome to the Two Chicks Homestead podcast. We are the two chicks. Yay!
Hi, I'm Nate.
And I'm Erin, and we talk about homesteading and living on a small piece of land.
All right, everyone, welcome to episode 107. This is August 26th, 2024.
No. 28th.
28th.
August 28th. No,
Sorry.
no.
Yes, 28th.
Yes.
Sorry. We're day off. So, yeah, it's been a little bit.
Yeah. I think this may work out the every other week for now.
For now, until we get really busy and we figure things out.
Right.
We've been a little busy the past couple weeks.
We've been busy, but not like, I don't know.
Not busy.
Yeah, not like super exciting.
Right. Well,
busy. It's just, sometimes it feels mundane, and it's hard to remember that maybe it's not mundane to everybody. I don't know.
yeah, that's very well true. And, well, you've been working on your book, too, so
Yeah.
trying to get that all finished up and ready to go.
So I have a deadline now, like an actual, real, writery deadline of November 3rd. It goes in for developmental edits, which is the first of the 3 edits that are, like, recommended.
Mm-hmm.
So you send it in and they will read it and tell you it makes sense or it doesn't make sense. And here's what you should fix and maybe how you fix it. So it's a lot. It's like a huge, part of it.
Right. Well, you've been wanting to do this for a while, too.
Yeah. So I had some beta readers, which are people that will read it and like make comments like, oh, I really like this part, or, this happened and it doesn't make sense. And then I go, oh, yeah. Because when you are writing it like 20 minutes at a time because you get interrupted every 15 seconds, it's hard to remember, like, okay, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Because you don't really just read it, all in a row.
Right.
You're kind of going along and being like, I don't remember if this happened or not.
And the kids are really good about bugging you every 20 minutes.
They will be busy, like really busy. And I'll be like, I should maybe go open my laptop. And it's like bells ring in their minds that go, oh yeah, mommy's thinking about sitting down.
Oh, it must be lunchtime because it's like an hour before we normally eat. So we're going to start bugging mommy for food.
Right. Or yeah, we're not hungry. So 2:45 in the afternoon. Can I have lunch now?
Yep. So, but I figure we give a little bit of a runaround of what we've been doing.
Yep.
And we went, a couple weekends ago, we went up to kind of northern Illinois to go visit one of our listeners.
Yeah, northern Illinois.
Yep.
More northern than we are.
Yes, more northern. We've met him and his family before,
yep.
So it was nice to go up there. The girls love playing with his kids, and just kind of hung out and had fun. Went to go see all the animals, helped move the goats around.
Kittens. We got to see,
yes.
2-week-old kittens?
Yeah.
3-week-old? They were super small.
The girls were super happy about that. So, but, yeah, just got out for the day, went to go have some fun, and the girls definitely needed some time away because it's been a while since we've, like, gone somewhere for the day.
Yeah.
To go play with somebody.
Yeah.
So, and then we had a nice, fun chat on the way home because the oldest noticed something, and it kind of led us down this pathway, so to speak. But the person that we went to go visit was wearing a Dungeons and Dragons t-shirt. And our oldest, being the
dragon obsessed.
Yes, the dragon obsessed and mystical and magic, and kind of already knew what it was. So we started looking into that and decided to make that our homeschooling.
Well, we watched the movie.
Yes.
And it's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even if you and I watched it, an hour into it, we have no idea. Like, I've heard of Dungeons and Dragons, like, I remember that in school,
Right.
being on threads with all the writers, there's a ton of Dungeons and Dragons like campaign writers on there. So I see people post about it.
Right.
And I was always like, that sounds really cool, but it seems really overwhelming. So we watched the movie, and it is so funny that we then watched it from the beginning again the next day with them through the end. And the girls loved it.
Oh yeah, it was probably one of their most favorite movies they've
and then
ever
we think
seen.
we watched it the next day
So,
again.
But we've been looking for something with them, and I think you and I both agreed that we needed something that we could kind of use as a teaching element.
Yeah.
But make it fun.
So we're together a lot, but it seems to be kind of difficult to like come together and do something together.
Right.
You know, like we were doing racing on Xbox or just piddly things that was like, oh, that was fun. But this is kind of nice because it's not on a screen.
Right.
Which we don't regulate because they're pretty good at hopping up and running outside, you know, for hours and then coming back and doing whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't really keep tabs on what they do, but to have something that's not screen related is kind of nice.
Right. And that was kind of my thought process was if we're going to, you know, I figured I'd research this and see what it was. We watched the movie and then we went to a game store that was not far from us. So what, about 40 minutes, give or take?
Yeah.
So it was the Wandering Dragon and Game and Puzzle Shop, I think.
Yeah.
Down in Plainfield. That place, if you are in the area, that is a really cool store.
It is. I mean, even just walking into it, it's like, I mean, they've got regular board games and stuff. So if you're looking for a game or puzzle, I mean, check it out because you walk in and it's like you're in like an old-timey castle tavern thing.
So it kind of reminds me of seeing the wand shop
in
Harry Potter.
Yeah, it should be on Diagon Alley.
Yeah, because I walked into that place and it's like there's just boxes everywhere on shelves.
It will choose you.
Yeah, I mean it's probably one of the cooler stores I've walked into in a long time.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it, and we looked on Amazon, of course, and I talked to some people, you know, hey, what do you think of this? Because you found a starter kit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, remember the mall used to have, like, those game shops and the puzzles? It was like, man, that was so cool. And I'm like, I'm just going to look on, you know, the Maps app and just see what came up. I'm like, the Wandering Dragon, that sounds cool.
Yeah, because I was just going to order it on Amazon.
I know, right. I mean, why not? Because it's, you know, what we usually do. But it was like, shoot, it opens in 15 minutes, you know, and it was like a Saturday or Sunday. That it was like, we had nothing else going on, and it was like, let's go shopping.
Because I think we watched it we went up there on Saturday. We watched the movie on Sunday. And I think it was Sunday morning. The girls got up, and we watched it right away.
Yeah, maybe.
And then I think we finished it. And then, like, 15 minutes after we finished it, we went to the store. Mm-hmm. So it was, like, perfect timing. Like, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
All in a row. And we were waiting for them to open. We walked in and spent a little bit of money. less than I would have spent going unsupervised because I am really notorious for that.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of shiny things there.
Oh, yeah. Had I walked in there with a credit card unsupervised, we would have had everything.
Yeah. For the rest of our lives.
Yes. So, but back to it is I think this is going to be a really good idea for the girls. Because not only is it math, it's reading, problem solving, creativity. So our, you know, what would you call it? Drama,
Yeah.
So, and then just artwork, because if we get minis, they're gonna paint minis, so they're
Mhm.
gonna have to learn how to paint stuff.
Yeah.
And then writing, because they're probably gonna want to write their own stuff
Mm-hmm.
and have a little bit of fun. So I think it's going to be a good thing for them to mess around with this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think the oldest is going to get it more than the youngest.
But she has really surprised me.
Yes.
I mean, she has asked multiple times today already, are we going to play tonight? What are we going to play next?
Yep. So I found a whole bunch of little like one-shot shorts, and then you found some too, like even shorter, like a 15-minute deal.
Well, the one you found were like
Yeah.
the 15 minutes. The one I found was like 2 hours.
Yeah. So, well, you sent me the original 15-minute one.
Yeah.
So, we started with the starter one.
Yeah, and it was like, this is cool, but
We
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, we needed something a little different. So then you found the shorter ones.
Yeah.
Which are like 15-minute walkthrough. You meet somebody, you roll the dice, you learn the mechanics of the game.
Yeah, I think I found it from, I think she's on Threads as Dungeon Master Mama or something like that.
Yeah. But for what was it?
It was 99 cents.
Yeah. $1. I mean, it's we spent what, an hour and a half playing it last night,
Mm-hmm.
and we got probably another hour or so to go, and
Yeah.
we're done with it. So, I mean, for $1 for 2 hours playing,
Yeah, and
it's not horrible.
yeah, learning more on what we're supposed to be doing.
Yep. It's gonna be fun. I know it. It's gonna be a little crazy. I think you and I are both in over our heads.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, a lot. Because it's almost like you don't even know what to ask.
Right.
You know, because like there's a million people that are ready to help you, and it's like, okay, but I don't know even what I don't know yet.
Exactly.
So we're just kind of doing it on our own and at least getting our feet wet and a feel for kind of how it's supposed to go
Mhm.
before we do anything with anybody else.
Right. And I think the other good thing is going to be just spending time together as a
Mhm.
family.
Yeah, at some point it doesn't really matter
Right.
whether we're doing it exactly right as long as we're
Spending time and having fun and letting the girls just kind of do what they want,
Mhm.
because they're going to learn random things
Consequences.
whether they like it or not.
Yeah.
And yes, they are going to learn cause and effect. So,
and being quiet at the table.
yes,
And,
waiting your turn.
Mhm, mhm. Well, I think the new rule will be you can't speak unless it's your character speaking.
Yeah. We'll see how that plays out.
Next time we're going to make her mute.
Yeah. Yeah. We got duct tape. We can make that happen.
And you lose your voice.
That would be good. So, but I'm really excited, and this is not me at all. Like, to sit down and do this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I am the one that will tell you I am not into fantasy.
Yeah.
And yet, we started reading The Wings of Fire series, and I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
We read Percy Jackson. I mean, that's kind of fantasy-ish.
Yeah.
And that was really good. And now I don't know what we're reading right now, but yeah, it's
Menagerie.
yeah, but that's yeah. I mean, that is mythical, and yeah, I'm really liking it. So, and then what did I get, like an hour and a half into Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
For the first time ever, I've gotten that far in
Yes.
that movie.
So I didn't force you to watch
No.
it. I just turned it on
Mm-hmm.
and you watched it. So
I had my laptop open, ready to go, and I never even really touched it.
Mhm. So I think it's going to be very interesting, because correct me if I'm wrong, people, Lord of the Rings and Dungeons and Dragons kind of go hand in hand. So
I mean, it seems like it.
to me, it seems like it. Like, the quest is, a quest.
Yeah.
And all the characters are there. You have the elves, the humans, the halflings, the orcs. So, I mean, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
So I think we may have to sit the girls down and watch that and see how they like it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they will.
Yeah. And some of the parts might be a little scary for the little one. I mean, some of whatever his name was, Sauron or something,
Yeah.
is kind of scary, but I don't know.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. So if not, the 11-year-old and I come downstairs and watch it.
Well, now I need to finish it. I mean,
Well, yeah. I mean, it's... So the first one, we're watching the extended version because you can't just watch the regular version. You have to go for the real version, which is like 3.5 hours long. Sorry, Mommy.
that's okay.
And then there's the second one, the third one. I think there's only 3. Unless there's part 1, part 2 of the final book.
Yeah, probably.
I
Because that's how they look.
Don't remember. So I'll have to go back and look. But I think you will like it. We're roughly about halfway through
Yeah.
the first movie. So
Well, I mean, and you've tried to have me watch it before, and I've tried, and it was like, no, I have no idea. And it's just not, I'm not into it. I'm not into it.
yeah.
And it's just like things just kind of click. And it just naturally is like, okay, this
Mhm.
is working.
I will be interested to see how the kids do because it's going to be one of those movies where they have to sit there and be quiet. They're not very good at that.
Yeah.
Because they have to sit there and they have to pay. You have to listen, and you have to see how it goes, and you have to wait 5 minutes because what just happened is going to be explained.
Yeah. I did pretty good. I think I only asked one question.
I don't even remember what that
Well,
was.
I thought it was strange that for years now I've seen that you can buy those rings with the
Yes.
the elven on it
Mm-hmm.
as like engagement rings or promise rings or whatever.
Yeah.
And it seems like the ring is bad.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. One ring to rule them all.
Yeah,
that
so
is,
it just kind of seemed like, really, I get that it kind of shows your love of the movie, but at the same time, it seemed kind of
weird.
questionable. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's an explanation. So if anybody out there is wearing a ring that you've given your beloved, that is the elven ring, is there a reason?
No,
I
it's
guess?
it's the ring of power.
Yeah, but it's got the elven.
No,
Rings
it's
on
the Mordor.
Oh, all right. See, I already don't know
Language.
what I'm talking about.
It's
But
all right.
anyway,
Don't worry about
it's the scripting.
Yeah, it's the important ring of the book.
Right.
So
The ring that you see and go, oh yeah, even I knew.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's from Lord of the Rings.
exactly.
So yeah, if maybe there's something we're missing. Maybe we'll find out at the end. I don't know. But I mean, you've seen all of them.
I've seen all
So-
of them. It's been 20 years, but I've seen them all.
So yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I think it'll be fun. At least we'll get the girls to the first one because they get a little bit older, a little quicker. So maybe we'll stick the 2 and 3 to you and me.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like, shoot, I'm gonna get the book, and read the book.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. So we realize that the books are written in the 50s.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Now, I know the books were out way before Dungeons and Dragons, because Dungeons and Dragons was like 1974,
Yeah.
I think. So early 70s. And the books are written in the 50s. So I could see how they kind of tie together. So
Mhm.
we'll see how that works out. But I know I have some more projects to do because we've added this.
Yeah. Although you've talked about this project before, and it was always like, yeah, that'd be cool. But now it's like,
Yeah. So we made a deal with the girls because this game is so involved and we may not want to tear things down every night that I will build a game table. So if you don't know what a game table is, it's like the puzzle tables that have the recessed felt underneath the tabletop. You take the tabletop off, and you have your playing surface underneath for all your puzzle pieces or your checkers or chests or whatever game you're playing. So I'm going to build one of those. Because in all reality, I don't want to spend $5,000 on a brand new one ready to buy. Because we're not doing that.
No.
I would rather go buy the $1,000 printer to make things go faster, 3D printer, to print all the landscape stuff to play with, than go do that. Because that's just going to be more fun. So, but I have a 3D printer right now. We're going to see how it works, because I am about ready to throw the thing out the window. So if anybody would like to donate a Bamboo Labs printer, please feel free. Our address is at the bottom of the show notes.
We'll do a shout out.
Exactly.
On the next episode.
So, yeah, I think eventually, I don't know when it will be, but I think that's going to have to be a purchase, because that printer, I think if I start really getting into printing all the stuff, it's going to be a pain in the butt. I don't want anything to do with a resin printer for all the minifigurines. I'd rather just go buy those, because they're what, $6?
Yeah.
For the little figurines.
Yeah.
But you're hundreds of dollars for the terrain, and I can print that stuff. So
in theory,
until I throw the 3D printer out the window because it didn't print the crested gecko that I tried to print last time. So, but yeah, that's kind of what we've been up to the past couple of weeks. Spending time with the girls, just kind of hanging out, because the oldest is getting older, and she's gonna get to the point where I gotta be there, or she may not want to talk anymore.
Yeah,
she's getting to that age.
Yeah.
So,
but at the same time, I definitely see that, because, to word this in a way that is not putting down any other choices, because we homeschool, I feel like she is just 11.
Yeah.
She's not an 11-year-old acting like much older, because she's competing with so many other kids.
I would agree with that.
I think that's what gives us more time.
Right. And I want to make sure I don't let go of that and spend more time with her. So I think that was the ultimate, we're going to do this choice, just to do it. So.
And I mean, it's something she's already interested in.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been pretty easy.
Yeah. I mean, she's the one that's got the great mind. Like, if she gets into this, she will be an amazing DM. Oh, yeah.
To run games.
Oh, yeah.
Will be unbelievable.
Yeah, because I mean, just the amount of stuff that runs through her head, I could 100% see that. But I could also see her, she wants to play. So that's like...
Yeah, but she could do both. I mean, she could make money doing that. I mean, we looked into some private things, and they are not cheap.
No, they are not. And I think that may be one of our next steps. I think we're going to look around and see what we can find for people that actually play in the area. And if we want to go a little bit further than our table, we may go back down to the Wandering Dragon and rent one of their tables for the afternoon and get a run through with somebody else.
Yeah.
So we can play somebody else's game and let somebody else be the dungeon master or the game master, however you want to call it. And then just kind of go from there. So all four of us can play with each other and problem solve.
Yeah.
Because each one of our minds is totally different. So, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the week.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We will catch you next time.
All right. See you on the homestead, where something is always growing, eating, or cooking.